I certainly felt this way. My dreams were all going up in smoke, fire. That's all I could see. And then something happened. Somebody started sending out a message. Yes, it was as clear in the night sky as you could see, because somebody was rising up again. Hi there, and thanks for joining. You can't really blame me for all the melodrama after what I went through at the start of the season over in Yiyang. Yes, we're in the Hunan province of China, managing Hunan Xiangdao, and look at where we are, 6th on the table. But it hasn't always been like that. We started the season with 2 wins, and then something happened. A bad run of results, and I think we conceded something like 10 goals after that. We couldn't get a win in almost 7 matches, and I was starting to get concerned. But a fire in the gut kind of performance from the boys saw them keep 3 clean sheets in succession before they started knocking sides around. Our last game, a 1-1 draw against Harbin. We took the lead in the 29th minute to Chen Zhijie, who's found some form. But then Wu Ting scored a goal in the 90th minute, which can only be considered dumb luck. It's not one of those things that I could really get too upset about. I mean, the keepers are, they're not world class here. So Don Zheng Hong must have fumbled the ball. Castellan picks it up and slots it home. Well, nevertheless, Harbin were strong favourites for this match. We walked away with a proud point. But there's more to come. Well, I haven't been paying a lot of attention to league rules. And I just found out 2 days ago that the transfer market is finally open. So what do? Look at this. We just went out and I couldn't invite everybody. So I just invited a few people. And there's not a lot of players that I brought in on trials. So I'm going to trial some players out. We need cover in central midfield. We need one more strong central defender. And that's the only... I can't make too many signings, so I can only make 1 or 2 signings. I would love to sign a new keeper, but seriously, I shouldn't, because I don't think we're going to find a lot of good keepers. I don't want to sign too many players. 1 or 2 is enough. And that's just enough for us to, make a small push up the table and just stave off relegation fears. It's been a great start to the season, and we're gonna have a match against Chaoyi today at 3:30, and Chaoyi is a team that is mid-table, 13 points, 13 games played, 19 points on the board. They're 2 points behind us, and guess what? We, the relegation candidates, are sitting pretty on 6th. So we got another one coming in. So we are just accepting transfer signings. So we've got quite a few transfer signings coming on. So I'm going to trial them for 4 weeks and see what kind of players they are. And chances are I'll keep on trialing them as quickly as I can. I don't even know when the transfer season closes. I should be finding these kind of things out. But knowing me, there's been a lot of speculation linking with the weekend Guizhou post. Oh my god. There are rumors about me, little me. I don't think there's much to those stories. Just ignore the stories. Let the board think that, I'm going to be here for the long haul. I don't even know how long I'll be here. But for the match against Guizhou, Chaoyi. I'm already thinking of Guizhou. I don't believe it. We got Chen Zhijie, Li Xiang, Wang Chen, Liu Shuhai, Zhong Zhenlong was given a run out in the last match. We played the Chinese. Speaking of which, we played Liao Ning Huin. Yes, I couldn't help it. I was like, I played this match. But Liao Ning Huin, they are 3rd in the Chinese Super League. 3rd. They're third on the table. Can you believe Guangzhou, Evergrande? They just, 5 points behind the league leaders. And we had to play them. And look at the performance we put out. We did not go down without a fight. The boys, I was so proud of them. And I rested Liu Qing. Wang Haozi also didn't play. So two of my best players were rested. Liu Shuhai was brought off in the 68th minute. So not too bad. I'm happy with the performance. So yeah, the boys can, punch above their weight. So yeah, pretty excited. So we got another two more. So one thing I do when I get these guys coming in, right, all these transfer signings, I make sure immediately, without any hesitation, I send them to the reserve squads. Why? If you put too many of your trial players in your first team squad, they're never gonna reach match condition. They're just gonna be like, gonna struggle all day long. So we got Wang Haozi back. He's 100%, not 100%. He had an injury, but it's good to welcome the old geezer back. Liu Qing was rested in the last game because of, we didn't reckon we could have beaten them. But I think maybe I should have played Liu Qing in that game. So we're going to play Control Fluid. We're playing away from home. Yes, let's all get together. Oh, no. Yes, Chao Huan has to play as a wingback on defense because our other wingback is suspended. Oh, my Lord. Why does the AI have to do this to me? It's like that nightmare that I have. Don't use my own tactics back at me. And when they do, I start going, but 4-3-1-2. It looks damn bloody familiar. So here we go. We're going to watch this on extended. Liu Qing away with the ball. The most important thing about playing against them, Chao Yu, is to make sure those wing backs don't have to run off the whole flanks. We know we have one flank to some extent covered. We hope. And hopefully the second flank doesn't do too badly as well. But that's the flank Liu Qing is on. So if I put him on support, I lose some of that bite. Having said that, we have to watch and see how that fullback gets up the pitch. Not too bad, Hanshi with the ball. But we also have to be realistic. I can't expect to start winning and moving up the table and going, hey, guess what? We're going to get promoted. Definitely not. I don't think this team can do it because we need a lot of signings. And usually with teams like Gloucester City and the rest, when I signed these trial players, when I found players, I literally found players who were good enough, I reckon, to at least see me through 1.5 seasons. So they were good enough for me to get promoted, and they could be good enough to play in the team that gets promoted, at least for, until I can get better players in. But they could, hold down the fort, so to speak. I can remember a very good example, Stephen Arthurbury. Now, if any of you remember him from my Gloucester City save, when he came, I think we got him in League One, and he stayed with us in the Championship. He lasted until the first season of the Premiership. Why? Because he was the tallest player in my team. I just needed him as a person there going, hitting the balls away. That's all he did. And it worked a peach. Well, Chao Yi, playing quite well. We haven't really given them too much to sniff at. Looking at the action zones in the last 5 minutes tells me enough. However, they are still, we are 27. We spent 28%, 26% in their half. This is ridiculous. That can't be true. All I see is them attacking me. But this is what I mean. I mean, my system is set up. I have a defensive trap here. Okay, so this is my defensive line trap. Okay, so I'm expecting to win the ball. I'm not expecting to win the ball here. I'm expecting to win the ball here in this area. So I allow them to come and hit me. And that's how we scored the goal against Harbin. Harbin came all the way here, lost the ball. 2 passes, we goal. We scored a goal. 2 passes. 1 pass from here. 1 pass reached somewhere around here. The second pass reached somewhere around here. And the guy went on to score. I was jumping off my seat. How long can this last for? I have absolutely no clue. I mean, I would like to think that we can go further, but you see Liu Qing now struggling to beat those guys. You see, that happens because if he was able to do it with everybody, then it'd be, what's the best way of putting it? I'm exploiting something in the game. I don't feel I am because here, Liu Qing is half decent. So the only way I can make sure that Liu Qing gets the space to be dangerous is by actually not playing with a pushed up D line. So here we go. Liu Huai for okay. What a bender. It was just coming in at us. All right, Wang Hongyu, Wang Yuyang, they must be cousins or come from in India. If they both had the same surname, we'd say they come from the same village, but I don't think the same works here. Yeah. Wang Hauser. Not for every single Indian. Ah, yes, we scored. It's good to talk. No, we haven't. It was offside. I had this feeling it was offside, but I was so excited. Never mind. Yeah, back to my story again. In India, I'm a Sikh, so yeah, I'm not really a very good Sikh actually. Yeah, as you can tell. But in India, Sikhs, most of us, our surnames actually, they got like Daljit Singh Dylan or Daljit Singh Bhatt or stuff like that, right? So the last name there, they come from a village. That's like 25. Like if you see a lot of Dylans, they're all from the village called Dylan. So it's not really a family name. It's like telling you, hey, you're from this village. Yeah. You see the latrine out in the field, that big hole in the ground, that's where you go shit. Yeah, telling you from first-hand experience. Yeah, when I was 12, I went to India and they had this. I was going for a run because I was still an athlete those days. So it was winter, so it was like I had a race in Singapore, so I had to train. So I ran in the village. So I was running the village. I was doing like a long run, and then it was one of those early morning runs when you start feeling you don't feel so comfortable. And then I said, okay, fine, I need to go and find the toilet. So I thought, me being about 13, 14 years old, going, there must be a public toilet here. So I go up to some geezer and say, where's the toilet? And the guy says, he points to a hole in the ground and go like, huh? And that's the toilet. Basically, everybody was having a crap in a giant, big freaking hole. Man, it was the worst. So yeah, those are the memories of villages. So how did this whole damn thing start? By the name Wang. I don't think in China they go, finally, Wang scores. I don't believe it. We've been talking about Wang family. I'm doing everything in my mind. This is me, okay? This is how I play. Seriously, you think there's some magic in the tactics? Nah. We play with the mouse. We talk stories. I come up with stories about all my players. That's me. That has always been me. That's why I went through this whole Joe Hanks escapade with Gloucester City until it became so. It became a bit much. That's one of the reasons why I decided, okay, that's it. I'm getting a bit too carried away with Joe Hanks, so let's not make it a story about Joe Hanks anymore, but about you guys. So that's how the save start. I carried on. But if we can keep this going, then who knows? Maybe I should talk about villages more, right? Like, what they do in villages and stuff like that, because it certainly seemed to work. Liu Shuhai, go Liu Jing, he's out on the flanks, crosses it in. Oh, eat. Man, I would love to say, ooh, Cantona. But then, he's not the commissioner for Eurosport. Oh, no, don't. Thank you very much. Dong Jiang Hong. Please, I don't want to tell you what dong means in colloquial English. So we don't want to say that to you. It might mean the same thing in the UK or even in a lot of places. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so Chao Hui now with Zheng to okay, we're not pronouncing your name. Zheng to we're not pronouncing your name. What the hell are you guys doing? Can you just pass the damn ball? You're falling into my trap. No, you're not. You're actually gonna score. Oh God. Alright. We are not gonna do this. We're gonna push up now. We're gonna go a bit more attacking. Why am I going a bit attacking? We're going a bit attacking. I'm still playing my defensive line, but now you'll just go a bit up. Yeah. You're just getting a slightly higher attacking mentality. Maybe the boys will close down a bit earlier. You never know. Everything's worth a shot nowadays, isn't it? Actually, there's a logic behind what I just did, and I'm hoping it stays that way. Okay, we have a problem. Houston, Lee Xiang is not playing a good game. 6.4. Should I take him off? This guy's been playing quite well this season. I mean, I shouldn't just take him off just because I want to give this guy a go. Chu Lin Feng, his balance. Okay, seriously. All right, we're not bringing him on. I will bring him on in matches where we are not protecting a slender lead, more like a 4-3 goal winning margin. Because there's no incentive for me to develop my youth with this in lower league football. I should worry about it when I get promoted, or if I get promoted, or even if I'm here. Oh, he hammered somebody's head with that ball. Did you see the player go down? Wang Hong Yu to Chuang Heng to Jailton Paraiba. What the heck? Quan Heng. Okay, we're not concentrating. We're talking stories about family members and villagers and stuff like Chen Zijie. Let's talk about Chen Zijie now. Now, Chen Zijie has been a pretty good player for us this season. Now, he started off cold, right? No, actually not. The first 2 games he scored goals. I'm not looking at the screen. I don't want to look at the screen. Okay, if I could, I'll go on commentary, but you guys wouldn't like that, would you? So instead, this will be what we do. Go on key. See, this is me. This is really me. Okay, when I'm protecting a slender lead, sometimes I go to key, and sometimes I even go on commentary mode because I can't handle the pressure. I'm like, I have to trust my tactic. My tactic will be fine. Yeah, because if you've already seen where they're closing down, if you download the pressing, all you gotta do is see this and this. These are only 2 things you need to see. You don't have to panic every single change. Just make sure that the transitions are right. So we just have to hope and pray. And talk about Chen Zijie again. So Chen Zijie scored a goal in the first 2 games, and then he went completely missing in that run where we conceded 10 goals in 7 matches. And I'm not looking at the screen. Chen Zijie, when in the last 2-3 games that we have won, he has scored twice. And I have to look at the screen. Thank God. Okay, this is not good. All right, but we can do this. We can win again. And a away win against Chaoyu. Yes! We have notched up another win against a team everybody expected us to fold against. Look at this. 2 clear-cut chances. Well, who gives a shit? Seriously, I don't care about clear-cut chances. What I only care about is this. Shots on goal. Inside the box by Hunan Xiangdao. No, that's Hunan Xiangdao, I think. Yes, Hunan Xiangdao. Off target. Not too bad. 2 were here. This is a reasonably good chance. Shots saved. Again, another one that's not too bad. Shots blocked. Okay. So we created 1 or 2 decent, because I'm a counter-attacking side. I don't expect to create lots of chances in and around the box. Anyway, I need to create some good chances. Let's look at Chao Yi. Shots off target. That feels so evil. Jailton Pareba. Oh my God. What was he aiming at? Guys, the goal is here. He must have thought the goalpost moved, because this is the crazy shot at goal. Let's watch the highlight. We just have to watch this highlight. Okay, seriously, I really need to see this again. Now let's see where Jailton will shoot it. Let's go, Jailton. Right. Tries his yup. And we have these kinds of talents in the Chinese second league. Shot saved. Well, outside the box. Well, we did quite well then. If you notice, they had literally no good chances from inside the box. The Great Wall of Hunan is up. Our fires are burning. The message is going out. We are no easy peasy team that you can go and smash. Oh, I feel good. I feel good. Yes. And what about enough of this nonsense? Okay, let's go to continue match analysis. This is me. You know, if I was playing the game by myself, I'd probably be staring at the screen for like 15 minutes, feeling good about myself and go, oh yeah, thank you very much. But yeah, I'm so happy. I'm seriously happy. Look at where we are. I mean, I remember the first episode we won. I was so excited. Then the second episode of the show, I was so depressed. I was like, oh my God. Then after the third episode, we still can't win. And the fourth episode, we still can't win. And I was like, what the hell? What should I do? Toyed with the idea of changing tactics, but we didn't. We just stuck to what we know best. And we used the players that we have. We just made a few personnel changes, like who is playing, because now by then I already figured out, these guys will be useless in this position. This guy is so. And we knew that there are 2 players who have to play, Wang Haozi, Liu Shuhai. whatever it is, they have to be in the system. And we got that done, and I'm happy. Hunan Xiangdao are now sitting 6 points behind the leaders. And if we can get 11 more points, they would say, according to the newspaper reporters, we should be able to survive. There was a goal disallowed for your team today that arguably should have stopped. Was it wrongly ruled out? I don't want to say anything that might get me into trouble. Yeah. Positive result for you today. Puts pressure on Harbin Yitang ahead of their match. How significant is it to be able to get the first blow in? About what? One blow? We're not racing for the title? What are they talking about? This is the most ridiculous. This is the dumbest reporter I've ever come across. And he's, what? You're friendly with me? I shall be assertive. I don't think it matters very much at all. What's our impact? Do you think the goal? Yes. You must be pleased with, yes, it was a good team performance. I never like to, sing the song of an individual player. I always hated that. Occasionally, I might if I think he needs a boost in his morale, but honestly, most of the time, I don't really care. So here we go. Let's look at the reserves. They've been in here for a couple of matches, and some of them are coming along. Here we got Jason Walker from New Zealand. The last Walker I know from New Zealand, wasn't he the marathon runner? I can't remember whether his name was Walker too. Tackling. Okay, you're not staying. Okay. Zhong Zhenxi, you're not staying. All right. Li Chenjing, you're not staying. You might be staying. You know how I'm making up my decision? Okay, I see nothing here, right? Yeah, because I don't see the main mentals. What I do is I go straight to these two, acceleration and tackling. So I know it's going to be accelerating. I know it's going to be tackling. I know it's going to be passing. So all three, you're not going to be playing for us. So we've gone through 3 of these guys, and we already know that we need to invite more. Then we got this guy. Passing 4 to 11, 9 to 15. Mentals, I don't see yet. This guy might be okay. He might be all right, actually. Jump. 1.71. Even 1.71. Okay, maybe not. I mean, seriously, 1.71. 18 years old, maybe he'll grow taller. Yeah. So we got all these defenders. Marlin. I had this funny feeling about this Marlin guy. Acceleration. I don't know why. I just picked Marlin. Just the name stood out and was like, Marlin. Maybe he's good. Nice name. They go potentially to be one of the best players at the club. Look at that. So his concentration 8 to 12. That's not too bad. Composure 6 to 10. Remember, I'm batting average between 10 to 12. The lowest I should go is 8, and the highest I can aim for is 12. And not too bad. We might be signing this guy. Cheng Yi, striker. Can't see anything just yet. We'll have to wait. What about, let's look at, I wanted to get also, I also was looking for somebody who can make passes. He's got passing of 10 to 16. In my system, I can't really afford a player who's doing tackling of 1 to 3. So we go back to the scouting. Here we go. Now we are looking for contract status, expired, unattached. Expired or unattached. Unattached should be fine. Okay, so what we're looking for now is a midfielder who plays in the center, and I'll probably, I randomly go. Okay, now I'm looking at height. Seriously, I'm looking at height. I don't want shorties. Okay, so I'm just picking. I have this weird way of playing sometimes. I know that we don't have a lot of solid tall players in our team. So I'm going for height. It's as simple as that. I'll just call all these players who are as tall as me or taller than me, and tell them come and have a gander, like try out for the team and see how you go. What's the harm in that? Defender center, same thing. We're gonna do the same thing now. Boom. All the tallest players, 190 is good, man. Okay. All of you, transfer, offer trial. Just come on over. We still have time. And I'll have to make a decision really quickly. Now, what about my own squad? Okay, from our squad, we already know that we don't want certain players. Squad. I've been trying to offload some of my players. Transfer, offer to clubs. We offer him for 0 and nobody wants to come. We got Herkai win as well. I'm gonna. No, it's at 4-star. He's nowhere near good enough. Offer to clubs. Yeah, offer to clubs. Off you go. Who else can I get rid of? Chen Qi, Chen Qi also transfer. Offer to clubs. Offer to clubs. I have to offload a lot of these players. So we are Liu Pei Lin. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is one, Cuban. I mean, a name like Cuban, I might want to keep him, but yeah, we'll keep him. I'm just looking at this potential right now. And then we got Kong Tao, we got this guy Chen Zi, we don't need him. So, and then over here Yan Li. Yan Li is another player I probably won't need. He's a midfielder on the right, valued at 4. I might get something for him. You never know. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna transfer list him, and then we're gonna offer him to clubs because he hasn't been playing a single game. We'll just give it like 1k offer to clubs. All right, and let's see what happens because we want to try and offload as many players as we can. And yes. So once I get the news, if the news comes in and the news is good, then we get some more. This is what happens for me every season if I'm doing a llama save. All right, most of these people that my scouts are seeing, I have a scout, yes, just in case you're wondering. Staff, I did get 1 scout. Yes, in fact I got 2 now. I got data analyst and I got a scout, so I can actually go and scout. And earlier the board feel that we don't need to go and scout. Now the board feel that the scouting and transfer team is in need of a chief scout. You idiots. Well, I'm really happy that we got another win under our belt, and we look at this. Look at the start we had. We had 2 wins and then we couldn't win, and now we're getting into a kind of a rhythm right now. The team is chugging along quite nicely, and it's filled us with a certain amount of optimism for the rest of the season. And hopefully, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to avoid relegation now. The question now is, when do I start looking for a new job? So you guys, it was fun having you on the show. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please drop me a note. You know where to find me. Once again, I'd like to thank all my patrons for their continued support. If you guys want to hear more about what I'm doing, please drop me a note and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So you guys take care. Have a good one. Bye bye.